Hey guys, welcome to Fangs Out, and this is a real quick review of Suicide Squad. It's probably the 1 millionth in YouTube, and the reason I decided to do one because everybody's doing one. That's not the reason. It's because most people, especially the high-end critics, are really dumping on this film, and I think it's completely ridiculous and unfair. Suicide Squad is a popcorn movie, and it's really fun. It doesn't necessarily have to be a cinematic awesomeness. It doesn't have to be the Dark Knight. It doesn't have to be DC greatness. Just a fun movie where a bunch of bad guys are recruited to do a good thing, and kind of a Dirty Dozen style. And you kind of have to stop thinking too much. Really quickly, I'll just give you the brief things that I think that are good, and then I'll tell you some of the bad. Some of the good is just that standout. Margaret Robbie as Harley Quinn. Awesome, and she captures the character. Awesome, was kind of like sexy, but also deadly, and also the obsession with their Joker, which is in a sick type of love. And of course, Will Smith as as the guy that kind of a hitman with the just a little bit of heart. Deadshot just has a heart for his daughter, and the other badass characters. Pretty cool. I really like Katana. I really like the Japanese anime look. Yeah, I mean, standouts is basically, like I said, as far as the plot, I just pretty much describe it just a bunch of bad guys that are, Washington Big Shows think that, hey, what if, what if a Superman-like character will go berserk and somebody has to stop it, so they keep the bad guys, as kind of like, a way to prevent this meta-human to destroy the world. But at the same time, if something goes wrong, they can just blame the bad guys because they're just scumbags, right? They're just, they're prisoners, and they just treat them horribly, and it works. Will Smith, a lot of heart, a great performance, and it's just fun. It's just looking at guys, doing fun things, and there's nothing outstanding. And here's what I'm going to talk about the bad here. You have Batman and the Joker as the side characters. A lot of criticism on Jared Leto's Joker. That's dumb. The reason why a lot of people criticize and they expect something else, they expect to see more, but they just have such awesome big personalities that you just want the movie to be about the Joker and Batman. If they put more of them in there, they're just gonna take over the movie. But it's not about them. They're just kind of like side characters here, and that's why a lot of people were not impressed by them, because they're just supposed to. They're kind of making their little cameos pretty much. It's not about them because they will take over the movie. I want to see these two guys have their own movie, and then you will see a lot of great developments. But in here, as for what it's worth, that's one of the bad things that I think, even though they didn't have to put them as much, I would like to see just a little bit more and a little bit more concise on what they had to do. Somebody, I watched a review where they brought up a good point where they say, hey, you know what, the relationship between Harley and the Joker, this is Joker hardly cares, and in this one he cares a little bit too much about Harley. But there's one scene that kind of like, it's not a spoiler because nothing happened, but she goes underwater, and that kind of proves, and the Joker just kind of escapes and kind of leaves her in the car underwater where she's harmed, and then Batman saves her. And that kind of that's kind of like alongside the Joker will always look for himself. Harley has always been expendable. In fact, he can beat her up and try to kill her in the comics, um, and she just still comes back to him somehow. But overall, I really I like the Joker. Yes, I do, and I I also want to say, right quick, don't. It's just it's just a fun movie. It's a popcorn movie. I just pretty much the only bad thing is that I saw that, and there's a little bit of bad editing. I think they were doing a lot of back and forth things. The studio trying to cut it down to such a way that it would be more pleasant to the audience, and instead they screwed it up a little bit. So my two criticisms are a little bit more Batman, a little bit more Joker, and a little bit more concise on the story, and bad editing. Besides that, fun movie, had a lot of good times. I'll give it a solid B. I just want to defend the movie because I think it's people that are calling it horribly worse, and they just don't know. I mean, I dare you, just go there, turn off your brain, get some popcorn, and watch some bad guys kick ass. Take it easy. See you next time.